which logos are a no-go and much better than so-so? You're about to find out on the Extended Play Podcast.
Welcome back to the Extended Play Podcast with Ian Tank. We are a music discussion podcast without the hipster snobbery. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. We do these videos once a week. We also have an audio podcast that comes out once a week. We're just building our audience, so we'd love to have some more people join our extended family, so we really appreciate it. Today's topic, as you probably figured out by Tank's intro, is that we're going to talk about band logos a little bit. An inherently visual medium, obviously. It's actually one of the inspirations for us showing our ugly mugs to the world.
Yeah. Or God knows there's not much upside.
Or the 12 people watching. But yeah, something we couldn't do in the audio version of the program. So we've already done our favorite album covers. So there's at least on my end, there's a little bit of crossover here because these logos do appear on album covers. But anyway, and it's our segment we like to call My Five. And if you're familiar with the My Five format, what we do is we just talk about each of us talk about five things we'd like in the given category. So we, and we go back and forth. So we'll each share five of our favorite logos.
The My Five, I believe, are only recurring gimmick that transcends medium, right? It's on audio and video.
That's true. Very true. Yeah. It's a long lasting rock solid part of our foundation.
Right. The foundation on which we built this house of whatever.
Quality content.
It is.
Yes.
I mean, let's not conflate quality with quantity. Because you might be looking at the view count and going, it's not a lot of quantity there. All right. But that belies the quality.
Absolutely.
That is here in front of you.
We could make a TikTok video every day.
Sure.
With some bullshit, hot take. But we don't. We take the time, the effort. We do a minimal amount of research.
Minimal. Some might even say negligible.
Right. And some have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally. And but no, we don't take the easy way out.
No.
We do the work.
Yes.
And we treat you like adults.
Absolutely.
Not children.
Absolutely.
Right? We realize your attention span is longer than 10 seconds. Not much longer.
Not much longer.
5 to 10 minutes from what we can tell.
Yeah.
But we're here to deliver for you. And
Absolutely.
Just you.
Yeah.
Frank.
Frank. God, we love Frank. That's great.
We do.
Yeah.
Almost as much as RJ.
And Sharon, Sharon's the best.
Big Sharon fans.
Anyway, so let's get started. We haven't talked about who's going to go first. Do you?
No, I'll do it though.
Okay, go for it.
I'll just get the fucking obvious one out of the way. So when we talked about the topic, I'm like, God damn it. Look, I talk about Metallica enough.
There's a drop.
You're a smart motherfucker.
Oh, I am a smart motherfucker. That's true.
But it's okay. I can't not.
Yeah.
No,
that's fair.
It's pretty fucking obvious, right? So and I'm not ranking them 1 through 5. But I guess I'll get into my, qualifications.
Sure.
For how.
Sure.
It's not necessarily my 5 favorite, although I like them all. But it's more about which 5. I know this is kind of counterintuitive, and I don't know how to explain it. But if you somehow removed the name and just left the characteristics of it, or even changed the letters, would someone be like, I still know what band that is.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so Metallica, obviously one of my choices.
Yeah.
And I have the t-shirt I got when I ordered the album here for 72 seasons.
Oh, nice.
It's a nice big sexy M on the back.
Stylized 72. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, the Metallica logo is iconic. And
it is.
so much so that you'll see even like some mom and pop businesses, usually like collision shops or some shit, or like instruments or something, like they'll rip off there's actually a font, like logo makers online with it.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, it's iconic. Other than a brief phase in the 90s where they went with, everyone made mistakes in the 90s. It's been used for a very long time. Yeah. So, the obvious choice is, I think it's one of my 5, that it is pretty much globally recognizable.
Yeah. I like that it really fits however the decision was made, it really fits the style of music somehow. Maybe it's the sharp edges that has something to do with it. It's like mimics almost like a flying V guitar or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. We'll get the obvious one out of the way
Undeniable.
first.
And I'll do the same because I'm also wearing the t-shirt. I chose Run the Jewels. This is a little bit of a cheat. I conferred with my host and I got the go ahead of time. And I was, just so you know, again, research, collaboration, thoughtful dialogue.
Yes,
this is what we're about. Because technically the Run the Jewels logo, the print itself, I'm actually not crazy about. It's very scratchy, right? It's not.
I don't like it at all.
It's not. I don't know. I don't like it. But the sort of overall logo, which is and this is actually a variation on it, which is why I like it so much, which is the gun and the fist. And the fist originally on the first album cover is holding a gold chain. It's the whole thing about run the jewels, like give me your fucking jewels, essentially. Yeah. So I like how dynamic is not the right word. Maybe it is. Just how you can repurpose it in so many different ways. And they've done it for every album. They've done a variation on it. So first it's illustrated. The second one, it's also illustrated, but now you've got bandages wrapping the hands. They look more like zombie hands. When they did the Meow the Jewels remix album, they were cat paws, which is fucking awesome. We've never talked about Meow the Jewels.
No.
We really should.
It's inevitable. It's a future album review.
We really should. I have RTJ Quattro. I don't remember what that looks like.
That's the Quattro one. I don't remember.
I don't remember
either.
what the album cover. It's sitting around here
I
somewhere.
know that 4 was kind of angular geometric.
Yes. And so I just learned about that. That one is a 3D printed sculpture. It was actually black. Huh. And so the whatever color you're seeing has been projected onto it by lights, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And RTJ 3, which is the gold one, that is gold plated. So again, it is a physical artifact. They have them somewhere,
nice.
which I think is fucking awesome. Like, how cool it'd be.
There used to be an RTJ museum.
There should be.
Yeah.
They kill it on the merch because they've got this thing sort of like metal horns, right? That they can go to a show and they can do this, and it's like a call to all their fans. If anybody does it, that's an RTJ fan.
I know, it's like, because I wear the shirts and I travel a lot, because I got 2 or 3 of them, and I just like one of my daydreams is like that I'll be somewhere at an airport, like in New York or something, and I'll see Killer Mike or LP, and I'm not going to approach him.
I'm
not going to do the whole autograph. I'm just going to go, hey.
That'd be incredible.
Right.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Or honestly, I would even settle for another person wearing an RTJ shirt, just so I could give him the nod.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. So yeah, all those reasons. I think it's just a great logo. Very, very utilitarian. You can use it in a lot of different ways. I can't imagine them ever not doing an album cover. I would be bummed if they didn't do an album cover with that.
They've done 4. They can't.
Yeah, they can't.
No. Can't go away from it now. All right. Let's see, for my second one here, and I do have a long honorable mention list. Cool. Fuck it, I'll do it now. It's
why not?
No,
Sure.
it doesn't fucking matter. Don't matter. None of this matters. You got to start watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I don't know. I don't think it's my thing.
All right. Speaking of logos.
Yeah.
So honorable mention, because some of these are very, very close to making the list, and I sort of had to, it is apropos to bring it up now, because the one I'm about to use is the one that I feel like could have been interchangeable with all of these runner-ups.
Oh, okay.
So Megadeth.
Okay.
For a lot of the same reasons as Metallica, just a little less known.
Okay.
Tesla.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago's iconic. Wow. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. AC/DC, which AC/DC was on the list.
Okay.
And was replaced by, I'm like, oh shit. And then I realized, and the one that I'm going to be.
Okay. All right.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Absolutely.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, as much as not a fan of that whole asterisk looking thing.
With the circle. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Poison.
Great logo.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden. Def Leppard and Anthrax.
Okay. Lots of metal in there.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's, and I'm sure we'll touch on that in a minute. We have before, it's like, but it's one genre that really, but anyway, but the one I did go with on all that is Van Halen.
Oh, excellent.
So I had AC/DC because I'm like, it is so iconic and instantly recognizable, but even more so is the Van Halen classic logo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even like Weezer, like all these pop culture things that build off of it. So, fucking Van Halen. What are you going to say? Other than Van Hagar's better than Van Halen. I don't like David Lee Roth.
No arguments for me.
No, and the Van Hagar era is better. So
come at me in the comments.
Yeah.
Come at us in the comments.
Let's do it, bro.
Sorry.
Let's talk about dreams. Let's talk about 5150.
Incredible.
Yeah, let's do that. Fucking Diamond Dave my ass.
Man, I turned on, I don't know why, but I was watching, because Sammy Hagar and his new version of Van Halen, which is Michael Anthony, Jason Bonham on drums, and Joe Satriani on fucking guitar. I mean, anyway, he was on Stern, and there were these highlights going around. There was this awesome performance of 5150. They were talking, they mentioned briefly, I think Howard asked them about Diamond Dave.
Yeah.
And I forgot that they tried to get back together, and they tried to tour
couple times. Yeah.
They're not, you can't find many recordings of them performing live because it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
He's a mess.
Yeah. No, I just thought he was just kind of a poser. I think it's super nostalgia that people. Sammy Hagar is a better singer and musician in every right
in every way. And David Lee Roth, he's just all moxie and like the way he carries himself.
Whenever I hear someone say that the David Lee Roth era was better, I feel like I just think of bowling and cigarette smoke.
That's fair.
It's like they're just yearning for a time when those things were prevalent.
That's really good.
Okay.
Great logo.
Yeah.
Since you mentioned this honorable mention, I chose the Wu-Tang logo. Yeah, as my next one. I mean, this is a good callback to the Run the Jewels. I read an article on Run the Jewels' whole graphic design philosophy, and one of the things LP talked about when they were coming up with the fist and in the hand. It's not called the fist in the hand. Do they actually have a name for it?
No, it's it's in one of my favorite songs. They mention it in the I'll look it up.
Yeah. We'll patch it in somehow.
Yes.
They wanted something.
Pistol in the fist.
Pistol in the fist. There you go. They wanted something as iconic as, like, they were saying, like, when you're at a concert, people are holding up the W for Wu-Tang Clan. Like, it's like a call out. It's like this connection between the fans. They wanted something like that. And so the Wu-Tang logo, which is this vaguely Asian, it almost looks like a papyrus font in the middle. I don't know. It's just, it says everything you need to know about, especially particularly that very first album with all the sort of kung fu samples and everything like that. It was so fresh and so original, especially in hip hop. Nothing looks like that. I mean, it looks more like a metal, something you'd see out of a metal logo.
It does.
But anyway, love it.
And, but speaking of, so the reason that one didn't make it is I wanted to have some diversity musically in it. So I have Public Enemy.
Oh, all right.
My third one.
I had one. I chose it as well.
All right. See, we don't talk ahead of time sometimes.
Nope. Sometimes for months.
No, I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean, so PE, the S1W and the scope.
Yep.
Which I thought, when you think about it, it's kind of ironic. The logo is the member, quote unquote, of the band that is really insignificant.
Yes.
It's not Chuck D or Flavor Flav in the scope. It's the S1Ws, which are like...
But also, are we looking through the scope at the S1W? Like, are we shooting him?
Yeah.
Right, I know. That's weird.
It is weird.
Is that
but they're saying that's what the man wants to do.
Oh.
The man has...
Are you sure? I think he's holding a gun. Or are we looking down?
No. It's...
Because we couldn't see the scope.
I don't think he's holding a gun. I think he's chilling.
Oh,
I think he's maxing.
And relaxing.
And unbeknownst to him, the man, or Jack, as Chuck D would say,
parlance,
yes, has him in the sights.
Okay.
But he's protected by, I don't know, Terminator X.
Sure.
In the Valley of Cheap Beats.
I would not fuck with Terminator X. He looks like a scary dude.
He does.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's PE. Really both the stencil wording and then the iconic logo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty rare in hip hop, right? So I think maybe
it is.
PE and Wu-Tang. I don't know that there's another.
Yeah, there's got to be some out there. That let us know in the comments if we're forgetting some. But I'm sure there is.
I looked.
Like our favorite group. If I think your favorite groups right away, like Beastie Boys didn't have a.
They had that diamond shape kind of thing from the 80s.
Oh, they did.
But then that's the thing is a lot of these bands in general, and especially hip hop, album to album,
they drop it. Yeah,
that's the other thing is the thing that I have for the ones that I chose. Pretty much every album has the same logo.
Okay, cool. Yeah, great logo, great choice. I had a T-shirt. It had it's the whole military, right? That's what the stenciled font looks like. Yeah, super cool. So, I guess I'll go on to my next one.
It's a twofer.
Yeah. Black Flag.
Ooh, nice.
I love that fucking logo.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Black Flag fan. I like some Rollins stuff. I like Rollins as a dude. He seems pretty cool. But yeah, it's just so iconic. Like that, again, you could take away the words Black Flag even, and you know exactly what that logo is. The 4 bars. I didn't know. This is one of those I should have posted on our socials like a year ago. Today I learned, I was this old when I learned that it's a flag. Like,
yeah, it's like waving.
For my entire life until maybe a year ago, I just thought, oh, maybe it's for 4 guys in the band. It never occurred to me.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird. But it is. It's a flag waving. But how creative that it's 4 separate entities. Like, yeah. Anyway.
And very tattooable.
Very tattooable. Absolutely. I remember like Rollins himself didn't initially have a lot of tattoos, but he had that Black Flag one. And he was like the second lead singer, right? Mm-hmm. My memory around the Black Flag logo is that when I was a kid, and Tank was right down the street, living right at the end of the street. I would ride my skateboard around. I had a subscription to Thrasher magazine. And in the back of Thrasher magazine, you could order Black Flag tapes. And I remember thinking, what the fuck is Black Flag? Because they were in it every month.
Did you order any?
I never ordered any.
No, you never did.
This is that sliding doors thing we're talking about again.
Yeah.
Where I could have just ordered that and got a mail order Black Flag tape, and my fucking life would have been changed. I love my life. I love you, Mrs. E. I love my kid.
And Frank.
So that we got everybody that's watching. All right. I wouldn't change anything, but yeah. But I remember just being attracted, like the rawness. It's black and white, and also Thrasher was black and white back then, so it fit perfect. So
color covers though, right?
Color covers, black and white inside. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Thanks.
All right, my second to last, Grateful Dead.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I don't really follow the music.
Yeah.
But I mean, the skull with the lightning bolts.
So cool.
I mean, talk about tattooable.
Tattooable. Gosh, there's got to be a billion of those.
I mean, I would venture that's probably the most tattooed logo in the world.
I bet Rolling Stones, the lips more.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
No. I mean,
because you got more diehard, right? They're more passionate than Stones fans are.
Exactly. Like they fucking give up their summer
again,
or
come at us in the comments.
Yeah. Or careers and families.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, Grateful Dead, that is beyond iconic. It almost transcends the band and becomes a movement.
Absolutely.
It's like a counterculture logo in addition to just a band.
Plus you've got the dancing bears and everything.
Right.
In fact, there's a company that I get fed all the time for a t-shirt company that makes sports stuff. And they're doing a t-shirt for every NBA team with the dancing bears on it. I think that's because Bill Walton, the broadcaster and the former player, was a huge Deadhead, right? Mm-hmm. And he would, I think they've even had like warm-ups that have been tie-dye and stuff and that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Didn't he, Lithuania maybe?
Oh, that was it. It was Lithuania.
Way back in the Olympics, Lithuania couldn't afford uniforms for something, so he paid for them, but they had tie-dye warm-ups.
That's right. It's so cool. Great choice. Yeah. I really need to get into the Dead.
I got a hookup for you. I got a guy that's
oh, really?
Mega, yeah.
Oh, nice. I've never actually known someone who's a Deadhead. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to check it out.
Check it out.
This will be my third or fourth. I don't recall. Fourth. It doesn't matter.
It's your fourth.
Fourth? Okay. This is random. The band Justice.
Yeah.
And
I saw that on your screen. I'm like, is this even related to the show?
No. I mean, it's weird in a couple ways. One, I don't necessarily like their music. They're electronic, and it's not the kind of electronic I necessarily like. They're hugely popular in that world. Most people outside wouldn't know who they were, I would think. But it's this, and we'll be showing it on screen here. It's this iconic cross logo. Mm-hmm. And the notion was, I guess I read not I guess, but I did read an interview with them. They were sort of like a callback to like Planet of the Apes with the
Statue of Liberty?
Not the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, come on.
It's called the
Ape
Monolith. The monolith, that just the big, or like the cover of the Who that has the big giant.
Yes,
it's like one of those ideas. It's like this big hulking thing, and it's a cross. I'm not religious. That's the other thing that's weird about this, is that I'm not religious at all. So it has nothing to do with that. And I guess they didn't choose it for any religious reasons, other than it calls, like it has, it already had people. How do I even put it? There was already cultural significance to it,
right?
So if people saw a big cross on a record, they'd be like, maybe I should check this out, especially Christians, I would think.
Oh, sure.
And they'd be very surprised.
Probably a lot of very disappointed Striper fans that picked up the Justice album.
Striper, not a bad logo.
That's true. Got the, is it Isaiah 3:6?
I think something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to say 3:16. I'm probably getting it mixed up with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I think that's John 3:16.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Stone Cold.
No, Stone Cold says.
Again, I like it for the same reason I like the Run the Jewels one. It's in that you can repurpose it, and they've done it a bunch of times. So they've done graphic versions, ones that look like they actually exist in the real world. Very artistic treatments of it. The latest one looks like there's a rib cage underneath it that's like electrified. They have a new album coming out that looks like that. I think that's cool. I think when you pick something and you stick with it, and This Is Us, there'll be dance records, there'll be electronic records. What do you really need to do with the album cover other than This Is Us?
Have they made an accessible album called Injustice for All?
They should. Were they not on the tribute album?
That's a good question. I don't think so. The Blacklist? No, I should look it up.
I mean, that's a miss.
Yeah.
But I guess originally the cross was the T in Justice when they wrote out.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, and it was right pretty much exactly in the middle of the word. So anyway, I just think it's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So my fifth and final one for the exercise is 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, cool.
The NIN with the backwards N.
Okay.
Again, very merchandisable.
A lot of T-shirts sold.
A lot of T-shirts, probably a lot of tattoos
Probably
also.
a lot of tattoos.
And at a much smaller scale than the Grateful Dead one, also kind of a counterculture-y thing. I think the industrial goth kind of...
Yes.
It definitely was more than just the band or the guy in this case. It was an indicator of this nihilistic mindset.
Absolutely.
And then even, I mean, the pop culture, like, so Eminem's logo, which I was going to, it's basically kind of a ripoff.
It kind of is.
Right? Because it's the backwards E.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think it had staying power. It's wonderfully simple.
Okay.
And and on pretty much present on all their albums.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, man, there were a lot of those T-shirts in high school.
Yes.
I mean, Iron Maiden,
Yeah.
Megadeth, Metallica, and
Yep.
9 Inch Nails.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a big thing when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yep. My last one is a wild card as well, because I didn't want to pick anything obvious because I have to be contrary. And I think I mentioned this in our newsletter before, our dormant newsletter. I'll get on it eventually. extendedplaypod.com/newsletter for previous issues. But Phoebe Bridgers, who we really love, she's one of these people like you want to hang out with. Every interview you see, like, she just seems a cool person to hang out with. When she opened up for Taylor Swift in the Eras tour, I think she was the first one to support her on the Eras tour. She would come out and it'd be this giant stadium. I would imagine most people don't know who the fuck Phoebe Bridgers are. They're Taylor Swift fans, right?
Yeah.
Even though she's hyped her up, Taylor Swift has. It'd be day, right? Like, I feel so bad for these openers because you got a 3-hour show and they're coming on at dusk, so it's like really bright out, like half the stadium's empty. And she would come out to Disturbed's Down with the Sickness. And then she would drop, they have the screen behind her is this giant death metal logo with her name. It's like, you cannot read it at all. Like, you would have no idea. Like, who the fuck is this?
It looks
person?
like Icelandic black metal.
Right.
It's like the roots and stuff. It's like every death metal. By the way, how unfucking creative are those bands?
They're ridiculous.
Seriously.
They're ridiculous. Somebody said the more illegible they are, the worse the band is.
Yes.
Like, it's a scale that goes down. I just love it because it's so her. She's into dark shit. Like, she has a lot of dark shit in her lyrics, right?
Yeah.
She's not afraid to get into the dark side of things. She likes that kind of music just as a person.
Yeah.
She sells merch with it on it. She wears like skeleton costumes
I'm
on
gonna
stage.
get a shirt with that on it.
They have it. I think they might be sold out, but it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And I hope that when she came out on stage, there's just an abundance of fog also.
I don't remember if there should have been. So good. Yeah, I know it's random, but I think it's just for the balls to do it. And she hasn't put on any album covers, and I don't think she will, but it's fucking cool.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You got any honorable mentions that...
I did, but they're in a different notebook because I have lots of notebooks. Hey, if you think about a gift this holiday season for the Extended Play podcast,
right.
I like notebooks.
Or cash. Or a gift certificate to a collision shop.
That's right. I was going to say, or you could subscribe or tell a friend about the show. But I think I'd rather have people get a gift certificate to a collision shop.
Seriously. I was going to hit shit on the way home.
Is that it? That wraps it up?
Sure.
All right. That's 5. That's the My 5 segment. My 5. Yeah. And again, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Video shows once a week, audio shows once a week. We love you. You are the extended family. You are our extended family, literally and metaphorically.
And legally.
And legally. Sorry.
So
you press play. You should have read the fucking fine print.
It was in the TNC. Sorry.
Sorry. All right. That's it for this week.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.